Hello, Bob here from Silver Fox Fitness. Today we're going to do the child's pose. It's a yoga pose that is super beneficial for everyone, especially people like you and me. By that I mean seniors. I have a few problems getting into the proper position because I had my knee replaced a year ago and that left leg doesn't want to bend the way it should. So I'll show you the way I do it after I show my wife doing it, who doesn't seem to have any problems at all doing it. Here's Sue, the Vanna White of Ridgewood Crescent, and she's offered to show us how to do the child's pose, and she is definitely a senior. How do I know that? Because I married her almost 9 years ago we're working on. Anyway, come on, Sue, let's just get down on your hands and knees, okay? In a safe way. Wow, she's in her hands and knees. Okay, so what she wants to do is she wants to put her big toes together and her heels apart. Okay, and then she wants to just sort of, can you just sort of get up on your knees there without your arms touching the ground? Yeah, holy catch, you can do that. Okay, get back down where you were in the table position with your toes together and your heels apart. Now, she's going to push her hips back so that her bum touches her heels. And she's going to then take her arms straight out in front of her. So somehow she gets her hips way back there. I wish I could do that. And then she's going to reach way out with her arms. Get your arms even farther out if you can. And get your head down, maybe your forehead on the floor. Is that okay?
Yes.
Feels all right?
Yes.
Good. Now she's going to just stay there and she's going to breathe deeply in through her nose and out through her mouth and just enjoy her body being restorative. So she did a fold, right? And she bent her legs and she reaches out with her arms. So she's using her trapezius muscle on both sides of her shoulders there, and it supports the back, the upper back, and the neck. So she's using that. That's pretty cool. And she's reaching out with her arms. So the I think it's the terra major muscle underneath her armpits, which goes from her shoulder blades to her armpits on both sides. That's being worked. And then her spine's being stretched. And so the muscles on either side of the spine, erector spinae, that run down the spine there, connecting her upper back to her lower hip area. And then she's working her bum muscles, her buttocks, her minimus and medius muscles inside her bum. She's working that. And then she's working her quads and her legs, allowing her to bend her legs like that. And then she's also working her ankles by resting on the top of her foot there. And her legs are apart, so she's doing her hip flexors, which are the muscles that connect her hips to her upper body so she can walk and stand and sit. And she stays there as long as she feels like it and breathes naturally through her nose and out through her mouth, working the diaphragm. Now she's all done, so she's just going to come back into maybe the table position, and then she's going to slowly get up. You can do this anytime, anywhere. It's best to do it on the floor with maybe a rug or a mat underneath you. And she gets up slowly and she waves at us and says, "My turn." Knee that was replaced a year ago. I try every day, and eventually I'll be as good as my wife. Even my cat Twyla May can do the child's pose. Hers looks a little bit different, but she definitely is in a restorative position in her parasympathetic nervous system, where her vagus nerve is ready to rest and digest and restore her immune system. Wow.